A very good morning to all the class 5 students. In this video we are going to discuss, this is your second video of chapter number 6, in which we are going to discuss about what? The factors of the soil erosion. So the factors, what are the various factors of the soil erosion? That is your water, wind and human activities. Before beginning with the second about the factors of the soil erosion, let me remind you what is soil erosion. So soil erosion is what? The removal of the soil, topmost layer of the soil from an area is called as your soil erosion. That means the process in which the soil has been eroded from an area due to the factors such as your wind and water is called as your soil erosion. Then after this we have to discuss this factors of the soil erosion. So factors of the soil erosion is what? We have the water. The factors which affects the soil erosion are your water, wind and human activities. So how can we say that water causes soil erosion? So how water causes soil erosion in this way means what? When there is a heavy rainfall, or you can say the flood has come over a large area, then in such conditions what will happen? The soil will be removed from an area. The places where there is a continuous rainfall over the days, the soil used to be removed from the topmost layer of the soil used to remove. So heavy rain, it will be responsible for the removal of the layer of the soil. It will be removed from the area along with the water. So that causes your soil erosion. Next also, even the flood, when the flood, a large amount of floods comes over an area, even from there the water will take away the layer of the soil along with it. So in this way water affects the soil erosion. So water, when there is a heavy rain, some water will get soaked into the ground, some will evaporate and some they used to flow along with the water itself. And then on the plain areas, if the flood comes and all these things happen, then what? The soil used to remove from that places, or you can say that area. So water causes erosion in this way in cases of your floods and heavy rains. Next is what? Wind. The second factor is wind. So wind causes erosion. Wind causes erosion in this way. It happens means when large amount of wind, heavy pressure of the wind used to blow during the dry season. In that areas, in that way it removes the first layer of the soil, and it usually happens in the deserts area or semi-deserts area. So some places such as deserts or semi-desert area have very few plants covering the ground. So where there are very few plants covering the grounds, in that cases the soil can be easily removed from that area. So when wind blows, then soil will be removed along with the wind. So in this way the soil erosion by the wind reduces the fertility of the soil and helps in the spread of the deserts. That means what? It helps in the spreading of the deserts also. It will remove the fertility of the soil. Means if the soil, topmost layer of the soil is removed, means what? The topmost layer of the soil is covered with the organic layer, and then it is covered with the nutrients also. So it will take away all the soil which is fertile, and it will become a factor of the soil erosion, and the soil will spread over the large area, causing spread deserts. It will lead to the formation of the deserts. So in this way wind becomes a second factor of the soil erosion. The third factor is your human activities. So how humans are responsible for causing erosion? In human activities we have three factors. One is your deforestation factor, another one is your overgrazing factor. So there is a two term called as your deforestation and overgrazing factor. So in human activities, soil erosion causes by deforestation and overgrazing. Overgrazing by this would be by cattle, cutting down of trees. So we have human activities will be humans are responsible in this way. Humans, they used to cut down trees over a large area for the purpose of their shelter, or for the purpose of the wood also, for making furnitures also. So large amount of forest used to be cut down due to the industrial process also. So these are some of the factors which causes deforestation. That means cutting down of the trees over a large area is called as deforestation. And when we cut down the trees over a large area, means what, we are making the soil very loose, and then whenever a factor like wind comes, water comes, heavy rainfall comes, then from that area the soil will be removed easily, and it will become a factor of the soil erosion, because the plants, they used to do what, the plants, they used to hold the soil from that area. When there is a large portion of the plants is planted over the layer of the soil, that from that area it is difficult for the rains and floods to remove the soil from that area, because the roots, it holds strongly the layers of the soil. So deforestation is one of the factor in which the layers of the soil, which is responsible for soil erosion done by the human beings. Humans used to clear the large areas of the forest for the requirement of wood, living space and farmland, and deforestation has left the area bare. That means it used to the areas to be bare landed, and then increases soil erosion in this way. And next factor is what, is overgrazing by the cattle. So when human beings, they used to graze cattle like cows, buffaloes, all these things, they used to the grazing should not be done in just one places. It should be the places of the grazing of the animals should be changed from one area to the other area. That means cattle they used to eat away the plants. The cattle removes plants from the soil, leaving it bare. This results in soil erosion also. So this results in the soil erosion. So overgrazing by the cattle also leads to a factor called as your soil erosion. And the third factor which we were talking about, the under human activities, your most common factor, that is your plowing of land. So plowing of land. The third factor under human activities is your plowing of land. So when the farmers, they used to plow their land for cultivation purpose, if the land has been left just as is this and nothing plants has been cultivated into it, that means what, when a factor like rain comes, wind blows, the soil will be easily removed along with the wind and water, and it will cause soil erosion. So the land should not be left bare, because it makes the soil loose and it can easily be removed by the wind and water. So it can be easily be eroded by the water and wind. So the under human activities we have three factors. One is your deforestation, the other one is your overgrazing by the cattle, and the third factor is your plowing of the farmland, which leaves the soil loose, and then when the factor like wind and water comes, then it will easily erode the soil along with it. Erode means takes away the soil along with the water and along with the wind, heavy winds blows. So these are some of the factors which affects the soil erosion. Now we'll discuss about what is soil conservation and how can we conserve the soil. So what is soil conservation? Soil conservation is what? Is the process of protection of the soil is called as your soil conservation. The process of protection of the soil is called as your soil conservation. So we can conserve soil in three ways. Soil conservation. Protection of soil. From erosion. So the protection of soil from the erosion is called as your soil conservation. Protecting soil from erosion is called soil conservation. That means the process of protecting the soil from erosion is called as your soil conservation. There are three ways. Basically we can say there are three ways in which we can conserve the soil. So the first way, the methods in which we can conserve the soil is methods of conservation. trees. The first and the common process in which we can conserve the soil is your growing trees and the plants, that means planting trees. Next is your farmland, that means steps of farming. Steps of farming, and the last one is your making of the embankments. Embankment. So there are several ways, but we are discussing here only 3 methods in which we can conserve the soil. Growing trees and plants, then steps of farming. What are the various steps of farming which we can adopt according to the area, and the last one is your making embankment. So when like floods and all these things comes, then how we can conserve the soil, how we can conserve the soil, that is the thing. So growing trees and plants means how can also growing, if you grow more trees and plants over the surface of the layer of the soil, it will hold the roots, it will hold the soil very strongly. So the factors like your wind and water will not be able to erode the soil from that area. In this way you can protect the soil from erosion. The roots of the plants are very good in holding the soil. So growing trees and plants, they used to help in the soil conservation. Next is we can take the various steps according to the areas we can adopt to protect the soil from erosion. So in farmlands, what are the various steps we can take? So in hilly areas, the farmers, they usually adopt the process called as your step farming. Like our stairs are there, in that way hilly areas are mainly mountain type. So in hilly areas, step farming is done to protect the soil from erosion, and in the plain areas the farmers used to cover the soil with the bushes and grasses. In plain areas, the erosions occurs in farmland after a crop has been harvested. So after the crop has been harvested, the soil erosion is very easy to occur. So in that process, the soil, trees and bushes grow along with the boundary of the farmlands, protect the soil against the erosion by wind, and even the farmers, they often cover the bare soil with dry vegetation to protect it. So with dry vegetations they used to cover. So dry plants and all these things used to be there. The farmers, they used to cover their land with dry vegetations, and even the small grasses and plants which grow along the boundaries of the soil, they are also good in protecting the soil from the erosion. So the second factor and the last factor is your by the making of the embankments. Embankments means what? You can make embankments along the rivers and the ponds. Like when there is a rain, all the water will accumulate there, and it will protect the soil from getting eroded. Strong embankment orbits are made along the banks of the rivers to reduce soil erosion. So this prevents soil erosion in two ways. Firstly, the constant erosion of the soil from the river banks is prevented, and secondly, the embankments prevent the flooding of the land by the rivers. So when there is a flooding of the lands, all the water will go into that embankments. Means like small river type of bits you can dug out, or you can make a small river by digging out the soil, and then all the water will go there, and then it will prevent the land also as well as the soil from getting eroded. This is the way in which embankment used to be done. So making small ponds like water areas we can do, that is called as your embankment. So soil conservation, in soil conservation we have 3 methods. The first one is growing trees and plants. Second one is your according to the areas, what are the steps we can take for farming, and the third one, last one, is your making embankments. That means making of the small rivers in the areas which is mostly flooded areas, or where there is a heavy rain used to come in that kind of areas. So with this we have wind up with our chapter number 6. You watch both the parts of the video of chapter number 6, part 1 and part 2, so that you will have a very good knowledge about your chapter. This is all, and study well for your exams also. Thank you.